The NBA is investigating the Raptors for Jontay Porter following some betting irregularities in games on January 26th and March 20th. Now, reports say wagers up to $20,000 were being made on the under hitting with player props for Porter. Porter is on a two-way contract right now, earning $415,000 this year. Cam Smith back with my man Harrison Sanford. And Harrison, we are seeing it in the NBA. We have seen it in other sports leagues like baseball with Shohei Ohtani. So do you see these investigations being a regular part in the sports landscape now, especially with the influence and the influx of sports betting and really the partnerships that a lot of these professional leagues have with sports betting books?
As it presently stands, I do see more investigations coming up because nobody has been severely punished yet. If you go to the NFL, we actually did see a pretty severe punishment with Calvin Ridley not too long ago, but we haven't seen it in the NBA yet, and obviously it goes a while back before we've seen anything real drastic with Major League Baseball and Pete Rose. But now that betting is a part of sports now and legal in a lot of states, I'm hoping, Cam, that anybody who is guilty of anything illegal gets the most severe punishment. And in the case of Jontay Porter, if these things are correct, I hope he gets suspended for a lifetime.
Wow.
Because you have to take it. Yes.
Wait a minute. Severe enough for a lifetime ban on this?
Yes.
I mean, you talked about with Calvin Ridley and what we saw in the NFL. Those guys were not banned for lifetimes. Obviously, it's going to put a nasty mark on your resume and who you are as a player, but you won't even give them a second chance, especially in the league like the NBA that's been progressive and one of the more progressive leagues that we have in the world?
But even with Calvin Ridley, he was betting on other teams in the sport of football. Jontay Porter was if the allegations are true, he was essentially either he was or he was telling people to bet on him as an individual. Yeah. And on top of that, and what makes it really nasty, Cam, he was betting on the unders. How in the world are you on a two-way contract and you're betting on the unders? If anything, I'm betting to go over my rebound prop, over my points prop, over my three-pointers made prop. That's nasty work. Again, if it's true, an example has to be made out of him. And I'm sorry, Jontay Porter, you're just not that talented to be taking that type of risk. If this is true, if this is true, you have to make an example of him. He has a brother in the NBA. If it's true, what in the world are you doing? You're ruining all the fun for the people who bet responsibly and try to have faith in sports wagering. Like us, Cam, I can't tolerate it, and I'm sure that guy you see right there, Adam Silver, doesn't either. Yeah,
unfortunately for Jontay Porter, if proven true with this situation, then he's going to be made an example of by the NBA and Adam Silver. And I talked about with the NBA being one of the more progressive leagues, if not the most progressive league in the world. They want to make sure that they send a message not only to their players, but to all players across all sports landscapes when it comes to professional sports gambling and those different areas. So you're looking at the NBA really being put on notice right now to see how they handle this situation. If proven true with Jontay Porter, again, this is Jontay Porter, not Michael Porter Jr., the NBA champion for the Denver Nuggets. That Jontay Porter name does not hold the same weight as Michael Porter Jr. So you're looking at a situation for him when he's on that two-way contract, only making $415,000 a year. And I say only making when it comes to compared to what other players are making in the NBA. You talk about him going under. If I'm him, I'm like, all right, well, I got to try and cash out some way if proven true in this. If this is true, that he's trying to make more money for himself. But it's still, when you blend those and blur those lines when it comes to sports gambling and you're the player and you're betting on yourself, there should be no room for that. So with you, I'm thinking that he should face a lengthy suspension or ban, but lifetime, I can't go there, Harrison.
Bro.
I don't think it's going to be a lifetime ban on Jontay Porter. But again, this is on NBA Commissioner Adam Silver and what he does and how he handles this situation with Jontay Porter.
Cam, you also have to factor in, too, yes, Adam Silver has to send a message to the players, for sure.
Right.
But he also has to send a message to the people like us who are invested in sports wagering, who place bets. You want us to have faith in betting. Because if we have faith in betting, then DraftKings and FanDuel and all the other sports books out there will be happy with what we invest into these sports books. You can't have a public who doesn't have trust in the league or the players. He has to be made an example of, point blank, period.